Thank you, Robert, and welcome, everyone. Whoa. Got a lot of energy in this room today. So welcome, and I just forgot. Can you hand me my notes there? Yeah. No, they're not there?
Let's see. Where you might have put them.
Yes, I got it. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to Unity of Greater Hartford. My name is Reverend Christine Boylan, and it is wonderful to see all of you. Hello back there. So welcome. And of course, we know that we are also streaming on Facebook. So we say welcome to everyone who's watching us online also. Now today, our musical director, Carolyn, is off having fun with her family, and we are so blessed and so grateful to have the wonderful, the amazing, he's incredible, Robert Romay. So, we're going to ask that you not go into the sanctuary today. Of course, you'd have to rip the paper off the doors in order to do that, so we might know. But the good news, of course, is that the restrooms are open and you're invited to certainly use them. So today is a special day because this is the last day, last Sunday, at least for a while, that we will be here in the community room because next Sunday we are planning. We are planning to be back in the sanctuary, and I know that many of you have enjoyed being in the community room and being able to have a cup of coffee. Yes, Keith, I'm talking about you. And having your cup of coffee on the table next to you. So I'm just going to ask for the first Sunday, don't complain to me that you can't bring your coffee into the sanctuary. I'll listen the second week, not the first week. So I also want to thank, we had some people come here on Thursday, and we did a really great cleaning in the sanctuary. Every piece of wood was cleaned up and polished, and dust and everything was removed, and all the wooden blinds were cleaned. And so thank you to Daniel and Lisa and Natalie and Deborah for coming in and doing that. Thank you very, very much. And then we had another crew in here yesterday, because if you remember, last Sunday we had to remove everything because we had a renter, Lifeline, here on Friday. So thank you. It was almost an all-guy crew. We had Mark and Rick and Rick's daughter Hannah, but I made her clean blinds, and and Keith, and we also had in the house we had Marty and Jim. They were working on live stream stuff, but thank you to all of them for getting this room prepared for today. Thank you very much. So next Sunday, of course, we're going to be in the sanctuary, and Jim Mahoney has promised me. I'm making this out loud. Jim Mahoney has promised me that we'll be live streaming. So from the sanctuary. I did see what I did. Yeah. But we're also starting something else new on Sunday. We're starting the board member on duty. Now, some of you were around last year when I took sabbatical. And during the sabbatical, there was a board member on duty, excuse me, every single Sunday when I was not there. And our president at the time, Sandra Dickerson, led that drive. But here we are months later, almost a year later, and this board member said, that was a pretty cool idea. And I think that we should have a board member on duty every Sunday. And of course I said, yippee. Because they're gonna, if you can't get a hold of me because I'm up here or meeting with somebody, then the board member on duty is the person you go to and say, hey, I got this issue, can you help? And so for that first Sunday in August, our board member, we're gonna have 2 board members on duty that particular Sunday, and that will be Sue Smallage and Natalie Reel. So thank you, and thank you to the entire board. And so there will be a table in the back of the room that will have all the clipboards of who's on schedule, because we don't have our bulletin boards up yet. So that schedule will be on a clipboard in the back of the room. And so if you said, well, who's the board member on duty? You'll be able to look and tell, okay? So when you arrive, you should have been handed this July bulletin as well as 2 song sheets. So if you did not get them, raise your hand and our greeters will bring them to you. Yes? Oh, well, there's a, Tony can help you make copies if need be. And so let's grab that bulletin, and on that bulletin you'll see our welcome affirmation. And let's say that out loud together. Join me. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. And here in Unity, we welcome, value, and include all people. Our July affirmation is also on the bulletin. It's flying in faith. That's our theme this year, flying in faith. I call forth my God power of zeal, and I'm able to meet every day in every situation with enthusiasm, courage, and faith. So now as we prepare for our opening prayer, I'm going to ask our worship assistant, Deborah, to light our Christ candle as a reminder to all of us of the Christ light that always shines within each one of us. This is a symbol to simply remind us of the truth of who we are. So now let us pray. Today we pray, affirming that Christ's light is indeed shining bright within each one of us. We are filled with the wisdom that is God, that is the divine. That wisdom permeates our very being. It infuses every cell, every muscle, every bone, every ligament. For we are truly one with the divine. We allow this wisdom, coupled with our faith, to guide us through today and every day. And we take just a moment in the silence to feel that wisdom, that God wisdom, stirring within us right now, stirring within our mind, our heart, and our soul. for just a moment in the silence. I am filled with the wisdom that is the divine. The wisdom that is God fills my very being. And in that wisdom, I move and breathe and have my very being. I let go and allow myself to be guided by this divine wisdom and by my faith, knowing truly that I am one with God. And so it is. Amen. Amen. And so now, it gives me much pleasure to turn this whole thing over to Robert, who's going to lead us in 2 songs. Take it away, Robert.
Thank you. Oh, good. I was wondering if the volume was going to be on. I was introduced to Unity by Chris Ash. And when Chris used to do the opening Unity of Foothills in Torrington, he used to remind folks, he used to say, we know you could be anywhere else this morning that you choose to be, but you chose to be here. And that's a great thing. So the song, your soul is our souls are welcome here. That part of you that's God. I'm at the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. One more time. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I have loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Good. Come on, now sing like you have God in you. I'm at the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. One more time. Oh, my soul is welcome here. All right. It's pretty good. I saw some folks starting to get the clapping thing going. That was good. I always have to remind some folks there's a way to clap on 2 and 4. You understand that? Okay, well that's good too. So not everybody, I know. So you may remember this one.
Robert?
Wild Light. Well, it's Van Morrison's song Wild Nights. And you may remember that song. That was pretty popular for a while. And I got the wild hair in me one day, and I decided I would muck around with Van Morrison's lyrics. Pretty risky business. But it worked. And the folks that sang it at Unity in the Foothills enjoyed it. So I've done it here once or twice before, and it seems to have worked out fine. So I hope you remember it. You'll pick it up. Some of you more than others. It may be an age thing, right? As you open up your eyes and stand before the mirror, and you see yourself as only you can see, and your spirit is awakened, and you remember all that wild light in your soul forever. A time when you were so complete, and the tune was so sweet, and the wind would catch your feet and set you flying, flying. Ooh, ooh, wild nights are flying. I see some clapping again. Come on now, get that clapping. Wildlife is calling. As you open up your eyes and stand before the mirror, and you see yourself as only you can see, and your spirit is awakened, and you remember all that wild light in your soul forever. A time when you were so complete, when the world was safe and sweet, and the wind would catch your feet and set you flying, flying. Ooh, you like that part? Wildlife is calling. More Louise now. Come on now. Good Louise. Wildlife is calling. Come on out and dance. Come on out and take a stand. Come on out and dance. Come on out and take a chance. Thank you. It's just a fun song.
Ooh, we thank you, Robert. Woo, he has lit the fire. Good morning, everybody. It is my plum-pleasing pleasure to be the worship assistant this Sunday. My name is Deborah Wilson, and we have a big news for next Sunday. Let's see if Robert's going to shoot an arrow at me. We'll be back in the sanctuary when we'll gather as family and friends. That's all I got.
All right. We'll put the whole thing together.
He's going. It needs work, but we'll go with it. So next Sunday we'll be back in the sanctuary. That's fantastic. But not only is that big news, it is also Potluck Sunday. Oh yes. And Kate, we are a church of eaters. Wait, that's my third. Tony. And the third big announcement is birthday cake. And we want to thank the Gallo family because they provided that for us. And if you can bring some special food to join in the potluck, that would be wonderful. So start planning now, get your appetites ready.
And it could be something that you cooked, or if you want to purchase something that is totally acceptable and edible and welcomed. But please remember, in the kitchen, we can only warm up items. We can't do any cooking in the kitchen as of yet. And this past Thursday, Reverend Christine held a leadership meeting on Zoom to talk about the opening of the sanctuary and how each ministry has a part to play. And today, you're all welcome at 11:45. She and the board will be holding a meeting for anyone who would like all the details about the opening next Sunday, and also everything that still needs to be accomplished by the ministry teams and continued construction work in the rest of the building. So please come and join in the community room. We do have a request. If anybody has a temporary rug that can be used in the sound or the tech room that they can loan to the church, please see Tony and she will show you the 2 spaces so you'll know the approximate size that's needed. The carpet for that room, our room, won't be there until August 9th, and we don't want sheetrock and schmutz and dust and all that stuff to go into the sanctuary since it's going to be so pretty, okay? And there's 2 items, even though we're smack dab in the scorching summer, I want you to mark your calendars for in the fall. There'll be more information coming out later, but September 13th will be World Day of Prayer. That's not to mean you shouldn't be praying every day because the world needs it. But at least World Day of Prayer, we can all come together on September 13th, 5:30 to 7. And also, church picnics coming up September 17th. So mark your calendars. Yes. And now it's greeting time. Please stand if you're able, but remain at your chair. And as we offer each other the Gandhi Blessing for Peace, which is a call and response. So stand as you respond. Take some time to look at each other. I offer you peace.
I offer you peace.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
Our wisdom flows from the highest source.
Our wisdom flows from the highest source.
And I salute that source in you.
And I salute that source in you.
Let us work together for unity and peace.
Let us work together for unity and peace.
Amen.
Amen.
Please have a seat. And today, as if we haven't had enough wonderful entertainment, Robert is going to handle our statement of faith. Take it away.
And my cohort here.
And, yeah.
So this is a musical version of the affirmation that I got used to when I began in Unity. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God the good, the omnipotent. And so I, again, as I want to do, decided to put it to music. And the way it goes is that Deb's going to lead this side in the first part. There is only one presence, and I'm going to lead over here. There is only one presence, there is only one power, there is only one power. And then all together, in the universe and in my life, in the universe and in my life. And then we do the same thing the second way through. All right, you'll get it as it goes along.
Get the music.
Anytime you want to start.
There is only one presence.
There is only one presence. Let's start again. A one, a two. All right.
All right, ready?
One.
There is only one presence.
There is only one presence. There is only one power. There is only one power in the universe and in my life. In the universe and in my good. The power is God. The power is God. The one and the good. The one and the good. In the universe and in my life. In the universe and in my life. Let's do it again now. Go ahead. There is only one present. There is only one present. There is only one power. There is only one power in the universe and in my life. In the universe and in my life. Very good. The presence is God. The presence is God. The one and the good. The one and the good. The power is God. The power is God. Good. The one and the good. The one and the good. Everybody in the universe and in my life. In the universe and in my life.
Thank you, Robert and Deborah. The Deborah who can sing. And today's daily word is wonder. I view my life through eyes of wonder. I feel inspired watching a young child discovering new things, eyes wide with awe and wonder. Even the smallest experiences, feeling the tickle of a butterfly on the skin or blowing the seeds of a dandelion, are a marvel and joy. I think of this when disappointing life experiences chip away at my sense of awe and appreciation. Today, I let go of disillusionment and open my heart and eyes to once again living in wonder. As I view life anew, I renew my belief in the goodness of life and of all people. I open myself to the unexpected treasures happening all around me each day. Wonder is a precious gift, one I use to appreciate the marvels unfolding before me. They were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to them. Acts 3:10. So again, today's daily word is wonder, and the affirmation, I view my life through eyes of wonder. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
And now we have the wonder-filled minister, Reverend Christine.
Do not encourage her. Will the ushers please come forward? This is the time in our service when we have the opportunity to experience and express gratitude, love, and prosperity. We know that when we freely and joyfully give, we are opening ourselves up to the abundance of the universe. So today, take a moment to open your mind and heart to that divine guidance and wisdom. Feel that love and joy-filled blessing of giving. However you're giving, whether it's with a check or cash today or online with a credit card, hold it in your heart and bless it with your love. And today, let's also hold an intangible blessing in your heart, a blessing for everyone in this Unity community. Perhaps that blessing is wonder or peace or joy. Whatever that blessing is, hold that in your heart also. Allow yourself to feel as grateful as you can to God in you as your one true source of all. And then join me in our offering blessing, and it's on your bulletin. Together. Divine love, flowing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. And so it is. Amen. And Robert will come back with Calypso by John Denver.
So many of you will remember the Jacques Cousteau TV show. John Denver wrote this as a tribute to his boat. So it's a song that I find tremendous. It's a celebratory song and a gratitude song. So I hope you'll enjoy my attempt to sing it. To sail on the waves of a crystal clear ocean, to ride on the wings of a wild raging storm, to work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown, to be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. Hi, Calypso, the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Hi, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Like the dolphins who guide you, you bring us beside you of the boat, and then you show us the way. For though we are strangers in your private world, to live on the land we must learn from the sea. To be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. I Calypso, the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. I Calypso, the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Hi, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well.
John Denver is smiling.
Thank you, Robert. That was wonderful. Right. So today I wanted to talk about living intentionally. The very idea sounds so wonderfully unity and promising. So as I usually do, I start to acquire articles and chapters from books and quotes, and I discovered while there is some similarities between my idea of living intentionally and the authors, we weren't exactly on the same page. Well, first let me tell you the concept of living intentionally, as put forth by many authors. It is positive, it's life-affirming, it's about being aware, and about living in the moment. And according to some authors, it's also about goal setting, creating and attaining tangible, progressive results and making decisions that are based on your goals or values. Certainly becoming more intentional can be an important part of anyone's self-improvement journey. Because living intentionally means thinking ahead and making choices based on your personal values, beliefs, and goals. People who live with intention try not to act on impulse, but instead think ahead and choose those things that affect their lives positively. It is suggested that you first have a clear understanding of your purpose and your passions, that you set goals to guide your choices. These could include anything that affect your life positively, improving your relationships, working on your financial wellness, getting that promotion that you've been working so hard towards. Well, and that all sounds really good. But it wasn't exactly what I was thinking. Nevertheless, many authors highlighted the many pluses of living intentionally. And those certainly are valued because it can reduce stress, boost resilience, improve focus. You become more present. It encourages optimism, sets healthy boundaries, and all that sounds great. But while I liked all of that, I was not really on that road that I wanted to be on, although I felt that I was close. In our recent class, the Unity 5 Principles, we were talking about a daily prayer practice. And one person said, well, I don't actually sit down several times a day and formally pray. But throughout my day, I deliberately become aware of the divine. And so I feel like I'm always praying. So we could say that this person's life was a prayer. He's living intentionally. Or perhaps the better way to say this is that he is living spiritually intentionally. And that's it. It needed that one word, spiritual. And then it became my idea. Living intentionally is really all about making choices or decisions that are deliberate, purposeful, and speak to your spiritual truth. Choices, decisions. These are, for many people, if not everyone, the stumbling blocks in our lives. So often we live our lives on autopilot, not even realizing that we're making choices or decisions. When we do become aware, we often try to figure it all out by taking our cues from out here. Well, let's first make a list of the pros and the cons, and whichever list is longer, that's what we'll do. Or let's take a poll of our closest friends and see what they would do. Or ask someone who just made a similar decision. And yet, making decisions or choices are still not always easy. And we tend to fall back on past ways of making decisions, thereby ensuring that we repeat what we have always done and are getting what we've always gotten. We live on a perpetual crossroads of decisions and choices. And if that is indeed true, by now we should be experts at making conscious, wise decisions easily. But most people don't feel that's where they're at. Most people procrastinate making decisions. Or they go the other route and just close their eyes and jump hoping for the best. Or still others take an endless amount of time and research and worry making the decision. And yet they, just like everyone else, have the glorious opportunity of suffering decision remorse. maybe I didn't make the right decision. Yeah. Unity author Eric Butterworth said, stop trying to make up your mind because you don't have one. There is only one mind. I don't have a mind? What? Well, I went back to that oracle in the sky, Google. Yeah, where I did my research. What do scientists say about us having a mind? So I went to very well-respected places. And a lot of scientists agree, well, really everyone agrees, that we have a brain. And they know where that is, but not everyone agrees on where the mind is. Scientists say that we do seem to have a mind, but there is no clear agreement on where it's located. Now, the most recent somewhat agreement among scientists is that it could be located in various parts of our brain. But it appears to be more of a process rather than an object, an organ, or a muscle. Our mind is a process. Perhaps an infinite process that we have come to call God. Just thinking out loud here. Many Unity authors, including our co-founder Charles Fillmore, taught that we don't have a mind of our own. There is only one mind, inexhaustible, unlimited, always available, always one with us. And one of my favorite Unity authors, Reverend Charles Roth, in his book, More Power to You, wrote, "What you call your mind is actually the use of the one mind. In short, your mind is an individualized expression of the one mind, or the God mind." Now, Reverend Butterworth also said that there is no decision to be made, only decisions to be discovered. Because we are not the source, we are the expressor. The knower knows. Stop trying to make up your mind and instead tap into the one mind. So let's explore this a bit more and reference Unity's dictionary, the Revealing Word, that was also authored by Charles Fillmore. By the term mind, we mean God, the universal principle which includes all principles. Humans, in the consciousness, the awareness of the one mind, truly have no sense of apartness, of separateness. Through affirmation, we can attune ourselves to the one mind, transmute our thoughts into ideas, and accomplish the seemingly impossible. So the one mind is the starting point of every act and thought and feeling. If you might remember, once or twice I might have said everything starts within. Just saying. Within is the common ground of meeting between God and ourselves. It is our common meeting ground. In this way, we can know that we know, even when we think we don't know. And instead of forcing decisions, worrying about choices, procrastinating, or making a decision, instead, we can just decide to live spiritually intentionally. We become aware of the one mind that is always sharing, that is always knows. There is always that deep reservoir of solutions to any choice, any decision. Again, decisions are not to be made. They are only to be discovered within our consciousness, within our very being. We know that God knows. Charles Filmer, in his book, Adam's Smashing Power of Mind. Mind is a great storehouse of good from which we can draw all our supply. And we know that this word supply that Mr. Filmer uses really means divine ideas, divine decisions, divine solutions. And in his book, Teach Us to Pray, he wrote, when we fully realize that God is a great mind in which we live and move and have our being, we shall use our minds in agreement with the one mind. Then a supreme harmony will be ours. Oh, doesn't that sound great? Yeah. A supreme harmony. Wouldn't it be lovely to approach every decision and choice with supreme harmony? For many, that seems more like a dream than a reality. For many, that seems like an impossible dream. Ralph Waldo Emerson, another New Englander, wrote, there is guidance for each of us, and by lowly listening, we shall hear the right word. By lowly listening. To me, it means living spiritually, intentionally. It means to daily affirm my unity with the divine mind, with the infinite process that we have come to call God. Doing this is a binding, holding, and even a holy affirmation of truth that can also help us to trust this spiritual process. To not do to that what we do to ourselves. To stand in our faith. And yet, my busy brain may cry out, what if I make the wrong decision? Guess what? You can't make a wrong decision. That wonderful Eric Butterworth is quoted as saying, the wrong road is simply the long road to your good. It's going to take you a little bit longer. As long as you continue to love yourself and remain open and receptive to the one mind, it will all be used for your good on your spiritual journey. Now, these past several months, your board and staff have had to make lots and lots of decisions, mostly without all the knowledge we at times felt we needed. It was for me initially exhausting and miserable. And often I felt I didn't have all the resources I needed to make decisions or to guide people in decisions. And until I remembered my truth. And it only happened recently, let me tell you. You get stuck, right? Recently. That I am one with the one mind. I then could breathe and make space within me to know that the knower knows. In the last month, it still hasn't been super easy, but it has been easier since I added that one word, living spiritually, intentionally. Our church journey, whether it is the Unity building or the Unity community, still has a way to go. And yet I wonder if we will take the short or the longer road to our good. Our good is just waiting for us individually and collectively when we know and affirm that the knower knows. And so I, and all of us, also know with our very being. Now I wanted to share a poem It's written by St. Teresa of Avila, and it uses the words God's will. Now, in Unity, we don't hold that God is a person. So the words God's will is really more about us having faith that we instinctually know that the answers lie within. The poem is called Clarity is Freedom. Here it is. I had tea yesterday with a great theologian, and he asked me, what is your experience of God's will? I like that question. For the distillation of thought hones thought in others. Clarity, I know, is freedom. What is my experience of God's will? Everyone is a traveler. Most all need lodging, food, and clothes. I let enter my mouth what will enrich me. I wear what will make my eye content. I sleep where I will, wake with the strength to deeply love all my mind can hold. What is God's will for a wing? What is God's will for a wing? Every bird knows that. Yeah. There is guidance for each of us, and by lowly listening, we shall hear the right word. We shall know that the knower knows. Next Sunday, as we step into the next chapter of our Unity building and community history, how will you do that with spiritual intention? How will you live that with spiritual intention? For me, I've made a commitment to see all of this as a great unfolding of guidance from the one mind, which is expressing in, through, and as me and all of you. I will affirm that I am an individualized expression of the one mind. As I go throughout my day with the many choices and decisions laid out before us, I will affirm that I am drawing on the inexhaustible one mind, and there is no wrong decisions or choices. Together, may we share and live this creative, spiritual intention and walk, or better yet, skip fearlessly and joyously on the short road to our very best and highest good. I look forward to skipping with all of you on this short road every single day, but especially next Sunday. See you then. Namaste. And so in a minute, we're going to attempt to form a circle. I'm leaving you to yourself on that, because we'll then be singing the peace song led by Robert. After that, we'll say our Unity prayer for protection, and of course, we'll have a final song. So, please rise and form a circle. Holding hands is optional.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And if you kindly still remain standing, if you are able, and we're going to do the prayer of protection. I usually always remember to turn myself on. Sorry. So we'll say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. If you'd be kind enough to find your way to your seats, I'd appreciate it. And as we bring our service to a close, Reverend Christine will turn off the Christ candle. However, we all know and affirm the Christ light within us can never be dimmed or diminished, for we are always one with the divine. Closing comments, Rev?
Thank you, Deborah. And thank you to all of you for being a part of this Sunday celebration. Special thanks, of course, to our prayer chaplains for holding all of us in sacred prayer. And we have two prayer chaplains here today to pray with you. And with those prayer chaplains, please stand. Marie and Kat. Okay. All right, Kat will be back in a minute. And if you'd like to, thank you, Marie, you may sit. If you would like to have one-on-one prayer, which is a wonderful thing to experience, both of these prayer chaplains, and there's Kat, they will be in the offices. If you go out this door right here, and then go to the atrium, turn left, and go all the way back to the front doors. They are in those offices right there. It's very easy. All you need to do is say, would you pray with me? And they'll take it from there. We also have a prayer table in the back of the community room here, and you can I almost said sanctuary. You can fill out a prayer request card and then drop it in the box. That prayer request card will be prayed over by our prayer chaplains. And if you're online or anytime, you may send us an email, and that email will go to our prayer chaplains. And please direct that prayer request by email to prayerrequests@unityhartford.org. Our prayer chaplains would be honored to pray with you, and of course, your prayer requests will be held in complete confidence. And of course, there are many others who helped with today's service, especially our wonderful worship assistant, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. I can't even say that the tech team, it's our audio, board, and iPad tech team, Angela and Julie. And our greeters, and that was Lisa and Maria. Yes. Our ushers, Deborah and Rob, and of course Deborah. Who? Lynn. Oh, sorry, Lynn. Oh. You know, when I'm done. Lynn and Rob. Was Rob there? Who was there? Lynn and Deborah. Okay. Hi, Rob. I just wanted to give you a job. Also want to thank our hospitality team, Jocelyn and Danielle and Georgine and Marty and a bunch of other people always help out. And we appreciate your help as we clean up also. That's also a major help for us. So thank you to our fellowship team. And if anyone is here for the first time, we have a package of information that we'd love to give to you. It has information about our church and, of course, Unity nationally. And if you'd like to receive that package, just raise your hand. Our greeters will bring that to you. And, of course, if you're online and you would like to receive that package, just send us an email. Send that to office.mgr@unityhartford.org, and our office manager, Tony, will put that in the mail to you. Thank you all for being here new or being here several times before, for bringing the blessing that is you to all of us. And of course, many, many, many thanks to Robert for sharing his wonderful Now, I'm pretty sure we have the words to the final song, but if you want to introduce that and take it away.
I wanted to stay in the theme from last week, you know?
There you go. Groovy.
You can stay if you like to stand up there. All right, you can dance.
Love is but a song we sing. Here's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or hear the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Yeah, we're getting that sway thing going. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go, we shall surely pass. When one man left us here returns for us at last. There you go. We are but a moment's sunlight, faded in the glass. If you've got your lighters, you can flick them. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Really good. Come on, now with your God voice, here we go. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen. We hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Here we go. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another.
Just so you'll know, since we enjoyed it so much, we're going to do it all over again. Instant replay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and we hope you can join us on Wednesday for the meditation service that will be held on Facebook at 7 p.m. We also hope y'all will kind of come back next Sunday because it's sanctuary time. And if you can't, you can join us on Facebook for our 10:30 a.m. Sunday service. And this week, go out. Remember what Reverend Christine said. Spiritually, intentionally, every day. Be the light in the world. Namaste.